Yeah, it always does that. Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope that everybody has had a good week so far and a good weekend as well. I got to get my charger again because my phone is low. Mon, could you get my charger? It's in the same spot as last time. I hope that everybody's had a great week so far. I Got You Trades Week still has a couple days left in it, so I'm excited for that. We have a lot more left in store for you guys later tonight, by the way. We're going to be doing the bioluminescent kayaking. Earlier today, we were supposed to go live at 1 with it, but unfortunately, there were some technical difficulties with it, so we had to postpone it. We're going to be going live right here on the page with the bioluminescent kayaking. It is a pre-recorded live. It doesn't reach. But yeah, it is a pre-recorded live, so it's kind of like a vlog almost. Super cool. We caught jellyfish. We, of course, went bioluminescent kayaking. And the cool thing about it,
Ouch.
the bottom of the kayak is clear. So while we're kayaking, you can actually like see, like it's kind of like, it looks almost like shooting stars. That's how I would describe it. It looks like shooting stars underneath the kayak. So that's what's super, super, super cool about it. It was really cool, and I'm excited for all of you guys to see it. Me and Mon are going to go to dinner right after this live, and then once we get back, it will go live. So it'll be about 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, guys, me and Mon, we went to the beach, and we came back to my house, and that's when Trump was shot. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. But really, really crazy stuff. That was unbelievable to like actually, see happen, in real life, to see. So obviously very unfortunate, sad to see. But yeah, really just a moment in history that we all witnessed here today. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it really was crazy. Jocelyn Key, I see. Yes, you saw that. I would assume that everybody's seen it at this point. Really crazy. I actually cannot believe that really like happened, Like you would think, he's the president or the former president. You would think that they'd have better security, to prevent things like that from happening. It's crazy, it's really crazy. But anyways, back to the positive side of things. Tomorrow is Sunday. We're going to be doing a couple more lives on Sunday. On Monday, we're going to be bringing you guys to some historical abandoned buildings and walking through those buildings with you guys as well. So that's going to be super fun. I do that a lot in my free time. It's very fun. We're going to be doing it in the middle of the night. So it's scary, it adds a scary element, makes it more fun. It's the building that we're going to be going to is about like a maybe 15-20 minute walk that way. So yes, we will be going there. We will be bringing you guys inside. I've been a couple times. I know all about that building. It's super, super cool. And I'll be giving you guys all the information on it, everything about it. And then of course, actually going inside and showing you guys everything. For those of you who are just joining, we actually are going to be going live with the bioluminescent kayaking later today, right after we get back from dinner. So that's going to be about 10 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, somewhere in that range. So we will be going live for that. As always, we're running the I Got You Trades 1 month free promotion currently. You can get 100% off of your first month of I Got You Trades just by clicking the link down below, which is igotYouTrades.com, and using the promo code 1YEAR, the number 1 year, all one word, at checkout to get 100% off of your first month. There's so many of you guys who went to checkout, right, but unfortunately abandoned that checkout. About 40% of all the people who went to checkout abandoned their checkout. Even though it's free, there's obviously still a checkout process, and a lot of you guys were right there but didn't follow through. And I know I talked about this yesterday as well. You guys saw countless good comments, great reviews from our customers and from our clients, right? But here's the thing. There's so many of you guys who are watching this who have not taken action yet. And so what's going to happen is in 1 year, all of the people who took action today are going to be in a far different spot financially, and they're going to be financially free and will have reached their goals, while the people who did not take action are going to be exactly where they are today. So taking advantage of opportunities, as I've gone over, is extremely, extremely important, and one of the most, if not the most, important trait of becoming successful. It's very, very, very difficult to become successful if you're not willing to take advantage of opportunities. If you're, sitting there and you're scared, you have to do things that are scary. That's the only way to be successful. When you're becoming successful, when you're on that journey, there's going to be things that you don't like that you're going to have to do. There's going to be opportunities that you have to seize and take advantage of, and so on, right? When you're trying to become successful, everything is not just, a walk in the park. As I'm sure, I would assume, I hope at least, that the majority of you guys do understand that, right? There's going to be a lot of things that you don't want to do. There's going to be a lot of things that you hate doing that you're going to have to do anyways, right? That's just part of it. And, fear is one of those things. Like I talked about yesterday, there's a lot of people in this world, or I wouldn't say a lot of people, but there's a lot. If we look at the most successful people, we just look at successful people in general, the number of people who are actually eligible, I guess you could call it, or have what it takes to become successful is a lot bigger than the percentage of people who are actually successful. And there's a lot of things that can, prevent somebody from becoming successful, even if they have the traits that are necessary, the mindset that's necessary, everything that's necessary. And one of those things is fear. One of those things is fear. A lot of people have what it takes. A lot of people have exactly what they need to have to become successful, but unfortunately they sit there and they're scared and they don't take action and they don't do things and they don't, you know what I'm saying? And so that holds them back for their whole life, and they're never able to, really reach their potential because fear holds them back, and they let fear beat them every single time. As I talked about, and as my mom said as well, doing things that are scary is a necessity just in life. If you look back at your childhood, you did so many things that were scary for you, but you learned from those things. You walked away with something that you didn't have going into it, right? And that's very, very important. That's extremely important. You have to be willing to take calculated risks. You have to be willing to, you have to be willing to put in the time. You have to be willing to put in the effort, and you always have to have an open mind. It's really that simple. And so at the end of the day, right, you cannot afford to stay where you are at, right? At the end of it all, when, we all die one day, I would assume that everybody, when they die, they want to leave this earth, knowing that they accomplished everything that they wanted to. And for most people, there is still so much that is on the table that is yet to be accomplished. Right? So much that is yet to be accomplished. And what we do is we hold your hand step by step. We show you everything that you need to do. We teach you everything that you need to know about trading and how to become financially free. Just yesterday, you guys saw maybe 10 to 15 different members in our chat talking about how they have been able to become financially free because of I Got You trades, right? Yesterday, we showed you countless screenshots of people making profits. We showed you guys so much. We've given you guys some educational material as well for free before you even sign up. We've done 3 webinars so far, and we did a live yesterday going over, the basics of options, calls and puts, etc. And we did the same thing the day before on Thursday. So we're providing you guys so much here. Already, right? Already. And we will continue to do so, all for completely free. As I said, this is essentially me virtually having my hand out offering to help you. And of course, there's absolutely nothing that we can do unless you take advantage of the opportunity, right? You have to take advantage of the opportunity. That is you essentially accepting my helping hand. As I said, my number one goal is to become successful myself, and to be able to help as many other individuals become successful as possible. And we've done an amazing job at doing that so far. This is the 1-year anniversary of I Got You Trades. In 1 year, so many people have been able to become financially free. So many people have been able to get the help that they need, and they've really been able to take their life to the next level. So many of our members have been able to retire early. So many of our members have been able to, quit their jobs and do this thing full time. I don't think it'll balance because it did. Wow, look at that. But yes, in 1 year, we've been able to do so much. So much. We've improved as a company. We've improved as, our members have been able to improve. All of our members have been able to learn something, make some profit. And here's an interesting statistic here. I know people are very number oriented, and a lot of times I've gotten so many questions so far in I Got You Trades Week all about, how much money am I going to make? How is this going to work? All that stuff, right? But my response is the same, and it continues to be the same. And the answer is that it depends. How much money you're going to make in the first month, how much money you're going to make in the first 6 months. It depends on you. It depends how much capital you're starting with. It depends, how quick of a learner you are. It depends if you're showing up or not. It depends if you're putting in effort or not. But I can give you this statistic. This is about 2 months old here. This is a 2-month-old statistic, but the average member of I Got You Trades currently is making about $1,000 a month in passive income, an extra $1,000 a month. And for many people, that is a big deal. For many people, that is a big deal. I know that a lot of people are on Social Security. A lot of people are in a position that they don't want to be in financially, and an extra $1,000 a month would help them a lot, right? It would help them a lot. And that is what the average is doing. That is just the average, right? So of course, if you put in more time, if you work harder than the average I Got You Trades member, you put in more time than the average I Got You Trades member, you are attending and you're more active than the average I Got You Trades member, and you walk in with more of an open mind than the average I Got You Trades member, then you can do a lot more than $1,000. We've had members who have done $7,000 in a month from trading alone. Think about that in addition to your job, right? If you're, the average American makes about $5,000 to $6,000 a month, right? Think about an extra $7,000 right there, right? And, even think about an extra $1,000. An extra $1,000 is a 20% increase in your monthly income, right? And with 7, you're more than doubling your monthly income. For a lot of people, they look at over $10,000 as wealthy. So you go from being average to being considered as wealthy in many people's eyes. And yes, a card is required for the checkout. I know that's a question that a lot of people have asked, but it does not charge you. It does not charge you at all. It is completely free for the first month. As I explained, it is $125 after that initial month, but obviously $1,000, which is the average member's profits, is a lot more than $125. So that membership is paying for itself. And the best part is let's say it's the end of month 1, right? And you want to get out, you can easily do that. Just like that, you can easily get out. And then I see Deborah Erkson asked a question here. Let me read this. Respectfully asking, you're so young and accomplished so much. Where did you get all of your training at? I'm curious. I've never seen someone your age have so much knowledge, and it kind of makes me a little nervous. Can you explain how you got educated on this, please, and thank you? Yes. So ever since I was a little kid, I see another question. How do I cancel if I need to in case I'm not being successful? So if you are not successful and you want to cancel your membership, you can cancel your membership the same way that you signed up. And you can also schedule, if you're unable to find out how, you can schedule a call with me or schedule a call with the support team, and they can walk you through the steps of doing that, or we can do it on your behalf as well. But anyway, to answer Deborah Erkson's question, so ever since I was young, I was always a little bit different than everybody else in some regards, right? So I remember way back in the first grade, actually even before then, it was like kindergarten, literally. I had essentially a business in kindergarten. I called it the Orlando Club, and I would basically put together this whole plan where it was me and my friends were gonna move to Orlando one day, and I've just been very much different than people or the average kid in so many ways since the beginning. And so, early on, if we look before I was super successful and before, I made all this money and things, a lot of people didn't really approve, I guess, of that. A lot of people thought that I was crazy or something. But luckily, I'm not crazy, so that's good. But anyway, over the years, I've really just been learning about something all the time. That's really the thing. I mean, if you ask my parents, I was learning about something at all times. It was just random topics that I would intensively study. Ever since I could walk, basically, I would intensively study topics like the Titanic or, politics, which I still study to this day, right? So there was just so much, I just always had an open mind. I was always wanting to learn, and that was fun for me. It was fun for me to learn. For most kids, that's not fun. For most kids, it's crazy to be, learning about something in your free time. Most kids, were outside playing. Most kids were playing video games. I was learning new things, and I was working, hard. And let me see. I was working hard and putting forth my effort every single day. And then as I got older and older and older, then I was like, okay, I want to start my very first business, which was I Got You Store. The day that I decided to do that, I spent 48 hours in a row consecutively setting up the store, getting everything down. And then for the months after that, it was my first business. So I learned so much about, how a business operates, all that stuff, how to run a team, all those things. I learned all that. And then I went on to business 2, then business 3, then business 4, then business 5, and then here we are at business 6, right? So it's been only a couple years since I started my very first business, but I've learned so much in that period of time because I put forth so much effort to learn. And that's why I continuously preach effort, 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 effort. Because at the end of the day, I'm a kid. And that's the craziest part about it. As you just said, Deborah Erkins, I believe your name was. I'm just a kid, right? But if we're being 100% honest here, me currently where I'm at is a lot further than the average adult will ever get in their whole life, right? In just this short period of time, I was able to surpass the average adult by far. And that's because I had the willingness to learn. I put in the work. I had the open mind. For the past 2 years, I've been working 10 to 15 hours every single day. No weekends, no nothing. There's no breaks. Zero. There's absolutely zero breaks for me because I'm on a mission. That's what I'm on. I'm on a mission to become successful myself and to, help as many people as possible become financially free. And a lot of people always ask me, because I made a lot of sacrifices. I sacrificed a big chunk of my childhood, to run these businesses. A lot of people ask me, was it worth it? Would you recommend another kid to do this? And the answer is absolutely yes, 100%. I believe that, when people find I feel like I found my purpose, you know what I mean? I found what I really love to do. And I'm able to wake up every day and be actually excited to work. So it's not just about the money. To me, it's about growing the businesses. It's about, helping other people become successful and being on a mission, right? Being on that mission. Ever since I was, literally before school, like right out of the womb, basically, I was telling everybody that I was going to be a billionaire one day. So for 90% of my life, I've been telling people I will be a billionaire, I will, and everybody would tell me that it was crazy and it would never happen and all these things. But, now we're here, in Miami, in my beautiful house, and they are on their way to college in the exact same position that they were when they were saying those things to me. So that's another important thing about becoming successful. I think one of the main reasons I became successful, especially, at the end of it in the last couple years, was that I was so proud to say the crazy things. I was so proud to speak my mind, no matter how crazy it sounded. I went in there and I told everybody I'd be a millionaire before I was 20 years old. I went into high school every day and said that. I don't know if you guys remember high school, but just think about if a kid comes in and says those things. Everybody was flaming me. Everybody was after me. Nobody believed it. But obviously I did it way ahead of schedule in like 1/8 of the time. I did it. I made it look easy. That's what I did. I made it look easy. And so now those people don't look too good, as, now they're in that same position I'm here, right? And a lot of these people, you'll see a lot of the people who doubted me or didn't like me, you'll see them sometimes come in the live. You'll see that sometimes. You'll see them still upset and mad and angry. But for the most part, what's happened is all those people who hated my guts, who told me that I would never be successful, now all of a sudden are claiming that we've been friends for so long. They are now all of a sudden claiming, that they believed in me for all these years and that they were always on my side. And that's what's going to happen. When you become successful, everyone is going to switch up. All the people who hated you, all the people, it's all just, they're all going to say that they, have been friends with you and try and associate with you and try and be around you and try to, get advice from you. And the thing is that I give advice to anybody who asks except those people. Those are the only people who do not get any advice from me because they don't deserve that advice from me. The only people who deserve advice from me are people who believed in me, the people who fought for me, my true friends, who fought for me, who defended my name when everybody was saying bad things. Those are the people who deserve the advice. And those are the people who I give the advice to. And now what's great is that so many of my friends who were around me, back then, before all the success and everything, are now successful themselves. Actually, one of my friends is going to be moving in right next door to me. Right there, right next door to me, right? Because of the advice that I gave him and, all those things. So he's doing great with his business. I have multiple other friends who are doing great with their businesses now. And that is what happens when you are able to become successful and when you fight for what you believe in. You have to fight for what you believe in. Everybody has their own beliefs. Everybody has their own goals. But most people just say that they have those goals. You have to fight for those goals. You have to go to war to reach those goals. And that's exactly what I did. And that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. And Deborah Erkins, I do believe in you. I hope I didn't offend you by asking the question. I think you're an amazing young man. God bless you always. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not offended at all by that question. That was a phenomenal question. And I think that it's questions like those that really are able to help people. Those types of questions are what's really able to help people. And, we got 50 people watching the live right now, roughly. And I hope that some of the things that I say on these lives constantly, and consistently resonate with some of you guys and, cause some of you to take action and actually sign up. Josie Donald Moore, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard would you say it is to learn through your trading? That's an interesting question, actually. That's an interesting question. I would say that it's easy to learn, right? It's easy to learn, but it takes effort, right? So it depends what you would call hard, right? It depends what you would call hard. It's definitely easy to learn, but you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. It's kind of like learning a new language almost, You're going to learn a lot of things. It's going to be relatively easy for you to learn them, right? But there's just so much material that it's going to take effort. It's going to take time. So my answer, I'd say it's a 3 out of 10 in terms of how difficult it is to learn. But, that's true, AK Sheba. But you have to put in the time and the effort, right? You got to put in the time and the effort. If you're putting in the time and the effort, then, learning it is going to be a lot easier and simple and all that stuff. But yes, I would say it's relatively easy to learn as long as you're willing to put in the time and the effort. Yeah, so you just click a couple buttons and, you just want to make sure you're attending all of our meetings that we host. You want to make sure that you're scheduling one-on-ones. You want to make sure that you're doing all these things. That's how you become financially free, and that's how you become successful. And, the thing is that, when we look at views, for example, right? I know that's something that is a topic in the chat currently. If I'm going to go live on Monday. I want everybody to actually watch this, right? Actually, we're going live later today. We're going live later today with the bioluminescent kayaking. This is going to be 4x the amount. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And so it's kind of almost like a social experiment or like a poll, or I don't know. It's kind of like a social experiment to see, you know, who's really willing to put in the time, who really wants to improve themselves, and who really wants to take their life to the next level. That's really what this is. Yeah. And the people who do show up, feeling, and I look, and a lot of times it's the same people, you know, the people who show up to these lives, you know, where we only have the 50 viewers, you know, most people would say, oh, you know, you only got 50 viewers. What's the point of going live? But I speak a lot of times to the same 50 people. And if just one of those 50 people are able to become successful, that means that I accomplished my goal. If just one of you are able to, you know, sign up, take action, put in the effort, and become successful, then my goal has been accomplished today. To sign up, all you have to do is click the link down below, which is igotyoutrades.com, and use the promo code 1YEAR, the number 1 year, all one word, at checkout for 100% off your first month. And let's see, honestly, only watch you live when you're discussing trading. That's great. That's great. That's great that some people, you know, really, really resonate with this. You know, I know that this is not a, you know, motivation page or a finance page or anything like that. But I'm happy to see that you guys are enjoying the content that I am making. And then Deborah Erkson, I've watched you for a few years now, and you seriously have grown up to be a remarkable young man, and I do adore your mom. She does a great job being a great mother. That's great to hear, Deborah Erkins. I really do appreciate your support, and my mom does as well. And then Linda Murray, I want my daughter to do this. Yes, so you can sign up your daughter for an account. All you have to do is click the link and use the promo code 1YEAR, the number 1 year, all one word, at checkout to get 100% off that first month. On checkout, you just want to put her email address instead of your email address, and then, you know, ask her what date and time she would want to have her stage 1 meeting. So I'm going to take a moment to talk about exactly what the onboarding process looks like, because there is an onboarding process that you go through. So it's a very, very in-depth onboarding process. We go very, very deep in depth. So firstly, you start out with stage 1. So right when you sign up, that you're brought to the screen, you're asked a couple questions to see if you're a beginner or experienced or whatever. If, you know, regardless of which, you'll have your stage 1 meeting. That stage 1 meeting is going to be hosted by me or somebody else on the team. In that stage 1 meeting, it's going to be in a group setting. You guys will set up your brokerage account, which is basically your bank account for trading. And you guys will also set up your Discord account and link the Discord so you're able to use I Got You Trades' services. That is when you will begin to be able to see all the meetings that take place. You'll be able to see all the educational material that we've put together, all the guides, everything after stage 1. Then in stage 2, we teach you the very basics. We teach you how to buy. We teach you how to sell. We teach you all that stuff, everything that you need to know about trading. And so that way you're able to actually start making money relatively soon, right? After stage 2, though, we don't recommend that you use a lot of money, right? After stage 2, we don't recommend that you start trading with $10,000, right? Because you will have just learned the very, very basics, right? You don't want to, you know, go and blow money, right? That's the last thing you want to do. Start very, very small after stage 2. Very small amount of money, just so you can practice. That's what it's really about, you know, in the very, first week, first 2 weeks. It's about just practicing. It's not about making a bunch of money, trying to make $5,000 in a week. Don't try and do that. Just focus on trying to win the trades, right? Focus on, you know, doing things correctly, and that's it, right? So then that's stage 2. Then after that, you will be in the group. You will officially be a member. At this point, you want to attend the group meetings. You want to start watching the educational videos, going through the stock chat. You can start networking with other people who are also trading. And we have a network of people, network of members. Our members network and become friends and everything. So you want to start networking, start building your connections. At this point, you can have one-on-one meetings. You can have one-on-one meetings with me, Mon, any of the analysts that you want to. At this point, you want to start asking a lot of questions, getting questions answered, watching videos, etc. Then a couple days later, 2 to 3 days later, you have your stage 3 meeting. The stage 3 meeting will be with Mon. He is with me here in Miami right now. You guys have seen him. He is one of the analysts of I Got You Trades, and he is also one of the chefs at the I Got You Seasonings cooking group. He was our very first analyst that I Got You Trades had. He's been stellar, amazing, phenomenal so far. He's really an amazing help and a stellar teacher. But you have that stage 3 with him. In that stage 3 meeting, it's basically a check-in. Make sure everything is going smoothly. Make sure that you know what's going on. By this point, you would have made some money. And then after that, you have your next meeting, which is with me. It is a one-on-one meeting with me, which is about strategy. This is where we create a strategy. We look at your goals. We look at how we're going to get you from where you are currently to your goals. And then after that, there's an optional 30-day boot camp that you can participate in, where at 30 days you're learning from me, you're learning from the analysts, you're learning everything that you need to know about trading as a beginner. And so then if you decide to take that route and do the boot camp, then you do the 30-day boot camp, and then you're able to upgrade to the next level, which is experience. So there's 2 levels, there's beginner and then there's experience. After that, you're able to upgrade to experience. So after just 5 or 6 weeks, you're able to go from not knowing anything about trading to knowing a lot about trading, being profitable, making money, and actually being considered an experienced trader within I Got You Trades. So the onboarding process is absolutely stellar. I'm scrolling through the comments here. And then Lavette, hello everyone. Yes, hello Lavette. Stephanie Harris, you won't regret signing up. Absolutely. We've seen so many comments from current members who, are talking about their success stories as well. It is really phenomenal to see how successful our members have been able to become. And then Sherry Wilson, I've been wanting to do this, but scared to lose the little savings that I have. As I just talked about, fear is the thing that holds so many people back from becoming successful. There are so many people in this world who are eligible, I guess you could call it eligible, to become successful. They have what it takes. They have what it takes to become successful, but unfortunately things like fear hold them back and hold them down, right? You have to beat fear. Fear is your biggest enemy. It is your biggest enemy. And there's no getting rid of being scared. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying to just don't be scared. Everybody's scared. I'm scared. A lot of the times I'm scared, A lot of the times, critical business decisions have to be made, and I'm scared, I'm nervous, whatever. But I'm not saying get rid of the fear, but you have to push through the fear. You have to beat the fear, and you have to win in the end, right? That's what it's all about, winning and losing. By you not taking action, whether it's with I Got You Trades or with any other opportunity because of fear, you're letting fear win. And when you let fear win, more than likely, you just missed out on a really good opportunity. Because the things that are worth pursuing are things that are scary. If you look at some of the biggest accomplishments in humanity, those people were scared. Those people were nervous, scared in the moment, but they pushed through and they accomplished, whatever accomplishment you want to look at, right? The biggest accomplishments in humanity were by people who were scared and nervous in the moment. So you have to take action. Let's see, Brenda Newkirk. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I've been watching the videos, taking notes, and reviewing the information. Now I'm ready for a one-on-one and whatever it takes to get started. I would like to get started on Monday. Thanks. Absolutely. That is phenomenal. So this right here, this is Brenda Newkirk. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. This is what somebody who is truly serious about becoming financially free looks like. This is exactly what it looks like, and that is phenomenal. I'm unbelievably proud of you and people like you who actually take the time, actually put in the effort, and actually are willing to do the work. There's so few people like this, so I want everybody to like this comment, and let's all applaud Brenda Newkirk right here. I'm looking forward to meeting with you. If you go to the I Got You Trades website, you can schedule a call for Monday, and you can hop on a call with us. We'll talk about everything, and then we can get you signed up. And Shonda Davis, I can't wait. I'm super excited to learn. Absolutely, we're super excited to have you as a member as well. Linda Murray, I watched you too, and your mother. Yes, we both are using the same Facebook page. Let's see, Teresa Jackson, will I need to find your videos from the beginning to know how to actually start and make money? No, so as I explained, it's a full walkthrough, a full onboarding process. You have stage 1, you set up your brokerage account, and you get into the Discord so you can use I Got You Trades' services. Stage 2, you learn how to buy and sell. This is where you start making money. Then you network, you start building your network of people, you start attending our group meetings, you check over the educational materials, schedule one-on-ones with analysts, etc. Then you have your stage 3, which is a check-in. Then after that, you have your strategy meeting, which is with me. And then you have the optional 30-day boot camp that you can participate in and learn everything you need to know for the beginner stage. And at that point, you're able to then move up to the experienced stage in just 5 to 6 weeks. And yes, the promo code is 1 year. So all you guys got to do to take action and sign up is click the link down below, which is igotyoutrades.com, and use the promo code 1 year. The number 1 year, all one word, at checkout for 100% off the first month. Now, here's the thing. I Got You Trades Week is ending soon. You guys have you've definitely not seen me go live this many times. But you guys, I really don't think there's ever been a point where we're going live as much as we are. We're going live 3 to 4 times per day. You guys are seeing me every day, multiple times a day. So it's been fun. It's really been fun. But I Got You Trades Week is ending soon. Wednesday is the final day of I Got You Trades Week. So now is the time to take action before time runs out. Josie Moore, I just signed up and scheduled my onboarding call. Let's go. Yes, absolutely. Welcome to the group. We're super excited to have you here. And we also do have that 200 goal. We want to get 200 members by the end of this I Got You Trades Week, and we're so close. We're this close, guys. So many of you guys went to checkout and abandoned your checkout, unfortunately. Had you guys checked out, we would have already hit the goal. I really want to hit the goal, guys, so if you guys could click that link, sign up. Not only are we hitting a goal together, but you are also bettering your life financially. And welcome to the group once again, Josie Moore. I'm super excited to meet you in your stage 1 onboarding call. I'm super excited. I see some congratulations. Absolutely. Marie Andrus, sorry if I mispronounced that. Hi, I am thinking about signing up. Well, we would love to have you in the group. If you're willing to put in the effort and time and you're willing to learn and come in with an open mind, then we would love to have you in the group. It is a phenomenal group on so many levels. You learn so much, but also the network. The network is amazing. Amazing group of people. Amazing group of people. And then someone said, yes, Josie Moore, you can start with small investments and then grow them as you can afford. Exactly, correct. So you can start with as much money or as little money as you want to in the very beginning. It is entirely up to you. Mike Barker, hi, I've been watching the videos as well. That is great. That is phenomenal. It's really great to see those of you, it's unfortunately a small percentage, but to see those of you who are actually putting the time and effort in to take notes, watch videos, and learn how to become financially free, and those of you guys who do take initiative and who do take action. So like I said, now is the time to take action. Now is the time to click the link down below, which is igotyoutrades.com, and use the promo code 1 year, all one word, number 1 year together at checkout for 100% off. Now is the time to do that, because at the end of the day, I Got You Trades Week is almost over. This opportunity is almost gone. Do not let this opportunity slip through your fingers. One thing about opportunities in general, whether it be this, whether it be anything else, is that eventually opportunities go away if you don't take advantage of them. And this opportunity is about to go away. There are only 4 days remaining of I Got You Trades week. Let me look through some more comments here. Let's see. Me too. I would like to sponsor my daughter from Julia Adams. Great. Absolutely. You can sign up for your daughter, as I was just talking to somebody else who said that as well. You can sign up for your daughter. Just use your daughter's email address at the, checkout page. So the account is under her name, and schedule that stage 1 meeting for a time, obviously, that works for her, and just put her email and her name into the system. From Jackie Mixon, how long does it take to build your own network? So as long as you wish. I mean, some people like to have a big network. I mean, there's 700 people in the group. Now, after I Got You Trades Week, it's like 850. But, almost 1,000 people are in the group. So some people like to have a small network of like 3 people that they talk to. Other people like to have big networks of like 30 people. So it really just depends, but you can easily build a network of people. If you go in the chat and you just say, hey guys, my name is Jackie. I'm brand new to I Got You Trades. I want to become financially free because of X, Y, and Z. And, tell them a little bit about yourself. You're going to get a lot of people who message you who will be, wanting to network, wanting to, build relationships, So there's so many people in there who would be willing to do that. And let's see. Yes, absolutely. So yes, guys, now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity. Now is the time to take action. As I said, opportunities slowly do. Opportunities go away if you do not take advantage of them. So I do appreciate everybody for tuning in today. We will be live later today with the footage of the bioluminescent kayaking. And we have another live, or multiple lives, 2 lives tomorrow, motivational lives, I guess you could call them, just like this live. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Now is the time to take action. Now is the time to change your life financially. Opportunities will not wait for you. Today is the day to take action. We've talked about this for days and days and days. Today is the time to take action. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Click the link down below, IGotYouTrades.com, and use the promo code 1YEAR at checkout. The number 1 year, all one word, at checkout for 100% off of your first month. Thank you guys all for tuning in today, and have a great rest of your day.